Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Oh yeah, it does say that on there. There is her name right there. What's this? So who is this person, this Dahlia Hawthorne? Miss Fay must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. Well, clearly she's not dead. The note says to fucking tell her shit or talk to her about whatever. Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean... Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago, when she fell off of Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster. How old are you? The same age you are. Ah. Even you couldn't. Miss Fay, you're not saying. Oh, I am saying. But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. Sure. But unless you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand. No, don't pretend. Don't humor him. If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. Now is my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm. Witness! Just who are you, anyway? I'm... I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yes, I understand. What, Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far. You don't mean... Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say? It looks like the kid knew. Scumbag Edgeworth, back in his, quote-unquote prime, when he was undefeated, but was a asshole. If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. But, I thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see... Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. Well, nobody says she was hiding her identity the whole time. She could have very easily been going by her real name and then just lied in court. Although if she was declared legally dead, then it would stand to reason that she was. But if she was in another country, that's not necessarily true, so I don't know. That might have been a lie. Accidental, I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. Now we find her acting suspiciously at another murder scene? Really, Miss Fay, your strategy is clearly obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you? Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious, her big sister. Miss Fay must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. Bull to the shit. I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Fay, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister? Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me. I think you need a little push in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. Thank you, Diego. She's sweating. Ah, that wasn't me. It was this guy. This crazy coffee addict. Yeah, he's part of the defense too. I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. Wrong voice. What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. She actually wasn't when he said that. You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No. You just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Up to me. The rashness of youth, how charming. Again, you are younger. Now then, let's not waste any more time, Miss Fay. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister? Alright, so what was it exactly that it said about her? Talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. That's a big one, but then there's also the diamond, of course, which we haven't brought up yet, and also she's the one who has it, apparently, or at least had it, so that wouldn't really make any sense, unless it was trying to cover that up, but that would really be more related to the note anyway, covering up the whole thing, especially since this is saying that they should reveal the truth, so yeah, here you go. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia, tell her this time, the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth? And nothing but the truth? There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Miss Fay. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Fay. What was this secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh yes, I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things. I was just going to present the diamond, but if you want to do that, then... Okay, we'll do that then. Very well, I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it will be painful for you, but can enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf? Yeah, I think that was supposed to say, can you? Yes, I'll try. She's not the Canadian one. There's no calling her maple leaves, man. Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. "5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. I still don't know why I didn't recognize her. I mean, she could pass for 14 still now, so she can't look that different. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe that after all that she murdered her sister? Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Fay? Yes, Your Honor. As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again. If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up, we've still got that info, that ace up our sleeve. What info? Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right, it was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby. I got it! It just happened! Game is enough. Alright. Uh-huh. Sure thing. Thank you. Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret. She's always angry. Alright, so the fact that it's a fake kidnapping, what should I press for that? She did, yes. That seems... Again, we've got shoving from behind. That one seems the most pressable. Yeah, we'll go with that one. I'd like to hear more about what happened right at the moment. Well, when Mr. Falls was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was dazed. I turned to try and run away, but Mr. Falls turned to grab me as well. Yeah, again, it's the same fucking mistake. There's no running away that way. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin. Bloodthirsty grin, ooh. And in the next instant... Yes? I advise the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift. I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I had been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget that day. The crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. And just one little shove from behind. That was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river. Well, shit. Alright. I guess we'll press the other ones. I went for the one I liked the most, but we'll go for all of them till we get it right. That was a dangerous thing to do, considering you were being held hostage. Yes, but actually, that saved my life. What do you mean? You see, Mr. Falls was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. That's why my sister shot him. It was to save me. A knife, huh? I heard the diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $2 million. $2 million? It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk. Milk? $2 million pint of milk? I don't know what to think about that. The defendant demanded that her sister Valerie make the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth, why do you think he wanted to make the exchange up there on that mountain? If he ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape. There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. Oops, I just knocked my microphone, holy shit. Hopefully that doesn't destroy everything. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensuring his safety. What a wickedly clever man that Mr. Falls is. Yeah, right. It was all your plan. Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond to the mountain and... Okay, so... None of this is really... doing much, so I'm gonna present on this one, the one that I initially pressed. And I'm gonna... I guess we're gonna go with this exact same line of thinking as before, that there was no running away in that direction, so... Yeah. Although she didn't say she did run, she just said she tried to, so it is entirely possible that she could just say, oh, well, instinctively I just tried to run away and didn't realize I couldn't go that way because I wasn't thinking logically because I was going to die and I didn't get very far and he pushed me, but you would also think that she would run towards her sister for safety. So there's that. So yeah, let's just do that again. There you go. You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true, I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it, it was Mr. Falls. I'm sorry, I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said, that's hard to believe. I should have said, that's impossible. Impossible? I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge, now and 5 years ago. Why has nobody fixed that bridge in 5 years? If someone had pushed you from behind as you have claimed, you would have landed on the rock. Oh, I wasn't thinking about that part, but okay. Sure. You would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Indeed. No. No, Edgeworth, stop it. This event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. No. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. Okay. You're right, if the events occurred just as the witnesses testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this?
You see,
Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge.
What do you mean?
After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off. I mean, that's what I assumed. I assumed he had pushed her off the side. Because that just made more sense with the position that they were in. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. I was only thinking about the other part because she talked about running the other way. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct?
Now that you mention it, I do remember now when I fell off the bridge. My skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires.
You can't be serious. Order in the court. It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion. Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's possible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous. What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. Okay. I mean, well, does it? I mean, you can't see what the side of the bridge looks like there. What about... Oh, they got horizontal ones too. I see. Indeed. Don't know if it was like that 5 years ago, but if they haven't fixed it, then they definitely haven't changed that. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over, but that's not what happened. They specifically addressed multiple times being pushed, being pushed on her back. Mr. Falls had been shot in the... that too. That also, yes. And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. Good job, Mia. So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge? That is clearly impossible. Order! What is the meaning of this?